Good morning, everyone. A question get asked a lot, especially from new owners or new practice owners, is whether should I hire a hygienist or oral health therapist in my team, or shall I hire an associate dentist? What is the best thing to do? I will share with you my own personal point of view on that and my own opinion on that. Firstly, if you are not a dentist, listen to that. Let's say you're a patient, and we're going to talk about numbers and figures and things that we dentists are greedy and we only focus on production and numbers. This is not true. At the end of the day, we're running a business, and my discussion here is to make sure, as a dentist, listening to this, or your dentist, if they are listening to this, they run a successful business, and if they run a successful business, then they can be there to treat you. But if they run an unsuccessful business, then they're not going to be there available to treat you. So it's purely, there's nothing wrong about discussing numbers and figures when it comes to running a business. At the end of the day, all our decisions are based on what's best for our patients, and money never, or funds or production never drives us on how we perform treatments on our patients. For credibility, I've been a dentist for 20 years. My name is Khaled, and I run my own dental practice, Lakeside Dental Spa in Hervey Bay in Queensland. And I have been running my practice for the last 14 years. And I took it from 1 chair to 10 chairs. We have a team of 9 associate dentists, 2 oral health therapists, and probably close to 40 staff members. So my answer to you, it really depends on your end long-term plan. So let's assume you're a practice owner. You have, let's say, a 2-chair practice, and you're working on your own as a dentist, and your end plan is to be what we call a super general dentist. A super general dentist is a dentist who is doing very complex dentistry. So dentist who has the skills to do like full mouth rehabs, do cosmetic cases like 10 veneers, they can do all-on-4 dental implants, orthodontics. So a dentist who super general dentist, they can do specialized work as a general dentist. My advice to you, if you're planning to do that for the next 10 or 20 years, do not hire an associate dentist from day one. You need to hire a hygienist or an oral health therapist. The difference is oral health therapists can perform treatment on children as well, not just hygiene work. The reason is that is your time, or especially your chair time, is super important. And if you're seeing your own patients for maintenance and hygiene work, you're not utilizing your skills in the most efficient way. Besides, if you're planning to do this high-end work, you need a team member, a valuable team member in your team who can look after your patient's hygiene. You could be the best dentist, but you might not have the time and the capacity and the effort to be your patient's coach in their hygiene. Having a hygienist will complement the high-end dentistry you're doing. Having a hygienist who can make your patient's oral hygiene perfect, can perfect their gum health, will make your treatments much easier, more efficient, and more enjoyable. I hear some dentists do all the numbers. They will come with a calculation. Okay, if my hygienist needs a dental assistant and their wages is, let's say, X amount of dollars, and their dental assistant is X amount of dollars, and the patient is paying this per hour, it's not worth it to have a hygienist, because simply the hygienist is generating this much, and then the expense is this much. They're actually generating much less than what I'm spending on them. It's not worth it. I'd rather get a dentist next to me, and the dentist will probably generate more income for me and will make this business decision more sustainable. I think you're looking at it from the wrong way, because the aim there is not to generate income from the hygiene chair. The hygienist, if they free your appointment book to perform high-end dentistry, then your production will increase a lot more, and that's where they will be beneficial for you from just a productive point of view. If you're looking at numbers and figures, you should not look at their production in their chair, but you need to look at your own chair, how much you can produce in your chair. And not just that, not just production, it's also your mindset. Some dentists I've met, they think doing hygiene appointments is their rest time. So they like to have hygiene appointments, because if they're doing high-end dentistry and they have like 2 or 3 hygienes, that's when they actually rest, which is a very false way to think about it. For me, if you're on the chair, you want to maximize your skills being utilized. And hygiene shouldn't be a rest period. I'd rather you rest doing something else, planning a case or getting outside the practice and doing something that you enjoy doing. You don't want to be resting doing hygiene work. So if your end game is to be a super dentist, get a hygienist. Don't think too much about how much they can generate, how much their chair will cost you to run, and how much their income. Focus on how much time you can free in your book to look after your patients better, and also perform the or use the skills that you can utilize at your maximum efficiency. Now, if your end game is not to be a super dentist, but instead having a multi-chair practice where you have more than one dentist working for you, I believe you will benefit a lot more from starting by having a second associate dentist, then a third associate dentist, and perhaps a fourth associate dentist. Then after that, you can look into oral health therapist or hygienist. It makes a lot more sense of having this sequence, because those dentists will help you seeing more patients. They will help you to perform general dentistry as well, and will relieve your time, so you can look at your business and focus in your business to grow your business. So it really depends. There is no one formula that will suit everyone. There's no one answer that will suit every practice or every practice owner. It really depends on your end game and what's your plan in the next 10, 20, or 30 years. And from there, you can start planning in advance. I'm sharing you my experience so you don't repeat some of the mistakes that I've done or I did in the past. If you find this information helpful, make sure you like and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you want to hear more about my videos, make sure you subscribe and turn the notification on so you are notified when I release more videos. Thank you so much for listening. It means a lot to me.